for those of you who don't know, small business lending is, California is a leader, and we've been a leader for the last 4 years in promoting responsible business lending, because there basically are no protections for small business owners when it comes to lending. There's a lot of truth in lending and a lot of consumer protections, even though, there might be fraudulent products, but those people are able to be taken to task. It's like an anything goes with small business lending for the most part. So this is really exciting. It's good news that it passed one house. The votes were 60-20, so that's like an overwhelming majority. And I haven't looked to see that they haven't posted yet who voted. So I haven't looked to see, but I'm guessing there's some Republicans who voted, so it's bipartisan, so that's good. So anyway, I don't know if it was 60-20 or there was some no votes. So a lot of times people just don't vote. That's the big news. The other thing is the governor's budget came out. Not much new there. The only thing new for the governor's budget is that there's a $500 million grant fund for hard hit businesses that are in there. And one thing that wasn't in there is money for this California CDFI fund. So we're going to try and work through the legislators to try and put that in there. So that doesn't mean, because it wasn't in the governor's budget, doesn't mean it won't be in the final, but it's a harder push, obviously. And I'm told, but I'm just trying to get my hands on the documentation, that the technical assistant expansion program is still in place to be made permanent. And we're also working on some language that will go with the legislators to kind of enable some of those funds to be used for marketing and outreach and things like that. It was pretty strict in the beginning, and I think we've proven through the California Relief Grant how important that funding, marketing and outreach function actually is, right? I mean, SBA found it important and gave $100 million to it in the Community Navigator program. So
anyway. We do have a question from Pam. Do you have the bill number?
Our bill number, thank you, Pam. Our bill number, we can send you a letter of support if you'd like to do one, is AB 2314. I will pop that into chat. Let's see if I can find it. I'll pop it. Yeah, here we go. Actually, you can put on your letterhead. And there's a portal to submit it to. California. I'll have to find it. Oh, here we go. Advocates. You have to create a profile and stuff like that. But if you're, we'd love more letters of support. And Connie Petrie Norris is in Orange County. So if anybody has any small businesses there. Oh, we should also say we are planning some regional meetings down in, well, you did the LA one, but we're also, part of that is also Orange County. So if anybody has any clients in Orange County, we'd love to get a small business owner to come. We're trying for an in-person meeting sometime in July as well.
Cool. Thanks, Heidi. Any other questions for Heidi? I don't see any in the chat.
Ooh, thanks, Rosalinda. We might want to have it at their brewery.
Yeah, we'd love that information.
Yep. So awesome.
Cool. Thank you. So moving along here, we're now going to do some small group networking. Heidi is going to get those rooms set up. We like to designate this time to do smaller groups so that you can have some time to chat, get to know each other. meet someone new, reconnect with someone you already know. So make sure to do a quick introduction, give your name and organization, and you are going to answer this question in small groups. What are you looking forward to this summer, both professionally and personally? So make sure you share that with your partners in your group, and we're going to give you 6 minutes for that. There will be 5 minutes really to discuss, and then that 1 additional minute is for closing room. So you'll see that 60-second countdown, so you can wait in there and chat with your partners, or you can join us back in the main room during that time. So Heidi, are you ready to?
I'm ready.
Cool. All right. Go
All
for it.
right.
Let's see, Scott and Carlo. Are you there, Scott and Carlo? Maybe
And
they
Carlo,
didn't.
I put you with Anna Marie because I tried to mix it up to people who I'm going to actually, hi, there you go.
There we go.
Hi, Carlo, are you able to join Anna Marie? I
It
think
looks like he's having tech issues.
yeah.
Let's
go.
Is that my side? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Do you see a join button?
Yeah, there's no kind of pop-up window.
There's no
No,
pop-up link.
Go to
you-
more and click on join room. Oh, there we go. Yay. I forgot to press record in the beginning. I always do that when I'm talking.
That's all right. It's at the beginning.
Yeah, it was just like, welcome, yada, yada.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I'll just put the update
I
in
think
the-
it's good to tell because
email.
like Carlo's new to Cameo. He's new to public council, I think. John Lynn isn't really involved with us. I'm gonna just
Yeah, he's from Miles and CDFI Essentials.
yep.
Mhm.
Hey. Hi Kane, how are you? I'm gonna pop you into a breakout room.
We see you're driving, so be careful.
Yep. I'm gonna pop you into a breakout room. There it goes. Oh, Rosalinda with gluten-free beer. So that would
Cool.
be great if we
If
have.
she knows somebody.
Oh,
Yeah.
what happened, Carlo? Oh, Carlos.
Wait,
Probably.
but I thought you wanted it to be like in LA, in downtown, I should say.
Yeah, but we're gonna do 2.
Oh, I didn't
We're gonna do
know.
an Orange County one.
Oh,
We're gonna meet with Peachy Norris's office.
okay.
It's separate.
When will that be?
Separate. Sometime in July when she's available. She's gonna give us a few dates.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. It looks like Carlo
Surprise.
is having tech problems. Let me just join in with Anna Marie and find.
Okay, we have about
Oh.
3 minutes left. Oh,
Oh, nope, he joined again.
oh. Last time she got stuck in a room by herself too.
Oh no.
It just happens. Let me tell people I have about.
Tell people when they have to broadcast 2 minutes. It's probably definitely wasn't enough, but
Yeah.
so what else do we have? We have share. So we'll do share. What else do we have? What are the other
After
activities?
this, Bo, I introduced Bo. We're gonna do the feedback form together. So I'm gonna give them
Oh yeah.
5 minutes to do that. And then after that, we're doing the polls. Oh, who has poll power? Let's see. Polls.
I
don't.
probably have.
Yeah,
I
you
probably
do.
yeah, I do.
I renumbered them, so it's gonna say 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah,
That's all right.
you'll see
It's
it.
fine.
renumbered.
I can.
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah, that's why I just wanted you to see it. I try to put like a header
Yep.
so you could see. And then after that, are we gonna jump straight into that activity, or we're gonna play it by ear based on poll discussion?
I think we play it by ear.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
we might get some of that here, so we can have, I think, why don't we do a little discussion here? The feedback form, we don't need to give that long, and then we could do, so why don't we do this a little bit long? That was what I was asking. Why don't we do this a little bit longer? We can kind of mesh the two.
Their
Oh,
small group longer or the polls?
oh no, what?
Their
The small group, let's do
Oh,
this. No, not longer, but let's let's do a share out longer.
Oh, yes. yes,
Like
yes.
when we do the share out, we'll see like, hey,
From
what's
this.
it?
Oh, like
Yeah.
what you mean from the small group? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so we're gonna do share out, you people.
Yeah,
Just,
we'll do
just chat me and let me know like when you want me to
yeah.
stop. Like with
Maybe yeah, okay. What am I looking forward to professionally and personally? Personally, I'm looking forward for sure going back to Burning Man.
I bet. Professionally.
It's already like the I
I'm just
actually
gonna
have a meeting.
Continue to see people in person.
What?
To see
Yeah.
people in person.
Oh.
Um,
And I'm also starting a
it gets
supper.
scary, but at the same time,
club.
it's cool to reconnect with people.
Yeah, I'm starting a supper club with my friends.
What kind of club?
Wednesday, one Wednesday, one Sunday. One Wednesday, one Sunday. Dinner. Close them.
Mm-hmm.
Close them.
Yeah.
And then hey Kane. You're muted. That's okay.
Good morning. I was just introducing myself, and did y'all pull me out or?
No. It's got another it's got another 60 seconds. Oh well. It's okay.
It's like you always press. You have a tendency to press the first button that's pops.
Pops up, right?
Like,
So.
oh, stay or leave. Wait. No,
I know, and at that point you can't. There's no going back.
I could put. Well, no, you'd have to go
yeah.
join again.
no, it's
That's
okay. It's all right.
Everybody's coming back.
No worries at all. I was introducing myself to this Kayla.
Everybody's coming back. Hi everyone. Let's see. Oh, I think there we go. We got everyone back. I'm gonna close the breakout rooms. So who wants to? Yeah.
Go for it, Heidi.
Who wants to share what they're looking for personal? Let's do something fun first. Get to know each other a little.
Well, I'll start by saying it was amazing to meet Rosalinda. For one reason,
I did that purposely.
I always wanted to know who that song Rosalinda's Eyes were all about, and I finally found the person. There she was in the flesh, Rosalinda, and so now I know. But I got to know a bit about accessibility and what they were looking for, and sounds like they have exactly what we need, Accessity needs, has for us at El Camino and the SBDCs, particularly those of us who service South Los Angeles and the South Bay. Our population is her population.
Awesome. I'm glad that was a good connection. So cool. Yeah. Rosalinda, I know Accessicity is new to lending in LA, kind of, right?
Yeah, exactly. We just expanded in January to LA and Orange County.
So awesome. Anybody else want to go? Nobody else wants to share what anybody else is doing?
I think Scott wants to share. He's smiling very big. Scott, my eyes
Oh.
went to you.
Oh, geez. Well, I don't use my smile against me, I guess, huh? I don't know. My boss, our founder, Kathleen, is on, but I know everybody's familiar with Kathleen. I feel like the new kid on the block in comparison, even though I feel like I've been an old hat with Cameo. Still got big love for Cameo, and so I'm glad that we both could be here. Really, the biggest news, I think, if we're carrying on from the summer plans and things, is the announcement of our partnership and collaboration with the new Women's Business Center in LA for LA County residents that can receive our free crowdfunding education and training as long as they apply and are accepted, i.e., a real business kind of thing, because they want to make sure that they're not just trying to raise for crypto or something crazy, but actually business costs. So as long as those participants are in LA County at this point in time, it's open and free to anybody that applies as of now. So that's a big deal that we are super happy to be able to work with Quentin and his team over there at New WBC. So that's the big thing that we're talking about. And of course, as the marketer guy, I also want to say that Kathleen is going to be speaking at the National SBDC conference in San Diego this year. So we're super stoked because, as a marketer and a colleague, I'm always proud to get Kathleen out there and spread the gospel that she does so well. So
Awesome.
Really cool.
That's-
And I saw that you dropped the link in the chat, so I'll make sure to share it.
Yeah,
How
and
about
it is
yeah.
greater. We'll call it the greater LA County. So if you are LA County adjacent, your clients, we'll just count you in. So Inland Empire, Orange County, just we're trying not to open the doors too wide, but you're Cameo members. So like send your clients, just send them. We love our Cameo family.
Awesome.
Really cool. Maybe one more want to share what they're looking forward to this summer, either personally or professionally.
I was starting to share with Lisa my personal one is I'm doing a supper club with my friends, kind of Wednesday, limited to 8. There's like 15 people on the list, and then one Sunday and one Wednesday. Rules are going to be loose. We're kind of and one of them might be potluck. It just kind of sort of depends, and but more intentionally getting together now that we feel like we should and can, and boosted and all that. So
Go still out there.
well, I know.
My daughter just got it.
I had a dream that my test was that I had a positive test and I was supposed to go somewhere, but I'm pretty sure it was obviously I haven't taken a test, but so it was a dream, but I can't remember what context it was in now. But I remember looking at the COVID test and seeing the 2 lines and going, oh. Anyway.
Yeah, make sure to request your free kits. There's the free kit, the second round of the free kits that they've sent out. So make sure to get those.
The third round.
Third round.
Yes, you can do 3 now.
And shameless plug for Chinatown Service Center. We do have a bunch of test kits if you need any.
Ooh, good to know. And they expire, so go get them.
Yeah.
If you're near, where are you located, John? We're in Chinatown of LA?
Of LA, yes.
Okay. What's your favorite restaurant?
In LA?
In Chinatown.
In Chinatown? Oh.
He put you on the spot.
Your client, one of your clients.
Like Hopley.
Hopley? Okay.
Hopoo, both of those are good
Okay.
ones.
Cool.
All right. Well, thank you all for sharing. I'm going to open up our slide deck again. And I want to now introduce you to Bo. Bo, I'm going to slaughter your last name. I'm sorry. Sivanandan. Yes. Yeah, like that. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's perfect. And she is the director of business department at PACE, and she also sits on our EA steering committee. So we were just chatting earlier about how busy she is at work and with her 7-year-old, and so that was fun to talk. So Bo, I will toss it over to you to say a little bit more about you and EA. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. And, good morning, everyone. It seemed like we are all like a family here. And I'm not even know that I have to introduce the EA. But of course, I'm just gonna be here and, just maybe talk a little bit about what we do and of course, introduce myself if we haven't met yet. So as Lisa mentioned, my name is Bo Sivanansagun and I'm the director of the business department at PACE, Pacific Asian Consortium in Employment. Basically, we provide business counseling, access to capital. So for the majority to small businesses in Los Angeles area. So I think it's great to connect with everyone today in case that we have client referral to you. So I have joined the Entrepreneurship Advantage a couple of years ago. So it is, a committee with a service provider and also lender, who would like to provide a more comprehensive service to micro and small businesses in Los Angeles. So we try to identify a gap in services that, maybe the business owner, they are not aware of. So Cameo also has played a very important role in our initiative here. With the guidance from them, we are able to form our group and also, doing this webinar and also spread about the resources that we offer. I believe that next we're gonna have 5 minutes to complete the survey. The purpose of the survey is for us and also Cameo here to understand better what you're looking for in a webinar. It can be what we have done well, or if there's anything you want to hear in terms of topics of the webinar. So if you can spend 5 minutes to take the survey, I would be really appreciated.
Can I add something to that, Bo? If
Yes.
it's a little more context, is when we formed this collaborative and this, there weren't a lot of other collaboratives. It seems now that there are several. I know there's a collaborative in LA in South LA of lenders. There's I'm on the board, the steering committee. Cameo was invited to be on the steering committee, and now or the advisory board of, oh God, the Initiative for Inclusive Small Businesses, I think it's called, if I get that right, I think. Which is, it's a bigger group. So there's other collaboratives that have gone up, and so we want to figure out what's the value add for this one, and where you guys might want to see this go. So I just wanted to give a little bit more context.
Thank you, Heidi.
Yeah, thanks, Bo and Heidi. So I've dropped the link in the chat. I hope you all have been able to open it. If not, let me know. And I'm just going to set the timer for 5 minutes. Once you've finished, just let us know in the chat so that, maybe we don't need that much time. But that would really help us out if you just took a few minutes to fill that out for us.
And I'll put the music back. The next thing we want to do is Cameo sent out a poll and we didn't get any information from it. We really want to, so we're going to do that here. We're trying to get how your small businesses are feeling and some of what you guys are doing with your org. So we think we know, but you all are dealing with lots of small businesses. So we thought we'd go ahead and talk about and do a bunch of poll questions. So this is a quick one. I'm going to launch it. How would you rate the current state of the economy for small businesses? What are you guys thinking? Are we fair? Fair, poor, boom. Fair and poor. Nobody thinks it's good. The small businesses are really struggling. See if a couple more of you want to chime in. All right, I think we've got critical mass here. I think it's fair to say it's either fair or poor. That was pretty stark. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's see, poll 2. About the economy in general, where do you think we're going to be 6 months from now? Better, about the same, oops, worse, or no idea? I think we have a little error there. Better, about the same, worse, or no idea? Yeah, nobody pick number 3, please. All right. All right. I'm going to end it and share. This is interesting. Interesting. A couple of people think it's worse, but most people think it's going to be fair to poor or a little bit better. So I guess if you're at the bottom, there's only one way to go is up. Does anybody want to say why this is interesting? I don't why they think it's about why they answered better or about the better.
I can share.
Yeah.
I think foreclosures are coming.
You think
yeah. Actually, I've been told too. I have a real estate people that are wanting to get a loan to pretty much get prepared for when the foreclosures are coming.
Oh, you have a real estate firm who's a client.
They wanted a loan. They didn't qualify, but they wanted.
Yeah. Okay, that's so they think their business is going to go up.
They think they're not going. The housing market is going to stall, and people are going to lose their homes, especially because a lot of people bought their homes when the prices were very, very high, and the economy is not recovering. It's now we have inflation. So
interesting.
So I like to be optimistic, but this is what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing in the people that are calling us for loans. We're seeing a lot of poor credit people in trouble.
Okay. Anybody else?
I saw Carlo unmuted. Yeah.
Yeah, Heidi. I mean, it's weird because I work for a nonprofit law firm, so we get the distressed business to begin with. So a lot of evictions, a lot of price hikes, both on both ends, landlord and tenants, basically forcing them to reevaluate your business model when you have a $1,000 price hike on your brick and mortar business. So
interesting. So Carlo, are you seeing, I mean, so the relief was during the pandemic and now that just staved off like another crisis. And so are you seeing a big uptick from last year or on what your numbers that you are?
That's a good question. I don't know if we're now, because we're more out in the community more, so we're seeing it more rather than we're seeing it before. So that's a hard question to ask, but
sure.
But with all the protections, kind of phasing out, it's more prominent now. During the pandemic, we saw a lot of breach of contracts to kind of work around. So it's more apparent now than before, at least in our view.
Interesting. Anybody else?
I'll jump in. I know Kathleen and I are kind of an outlier, but because of our national presence, we talk with a lot of different SBDCs, WBCs, and folks that are working with entrepreneurs in all different communities. And a lot of the kind of concern, and Kathleen could probably speak to this more because she's had a lot of those direct conversations that we've discussed, is the concern of all the EIDL and PPP stuff that had gone out. Kind of feels like things are kind of kicking the can down the road, where it's like now they're not only have these loans on the books, but then they don't have any other ways to access additional, even though that's great terms, right? But what do they do for additional capital needs? So that's, in the business sense, a great concern. And yeah, I think across the board, I totally agree with what we've been hearing about tenants getting kicked out, price hikes, inflation, and just overall the housing potential bubble in a different manner than what we experienced in 2008.
That is really interesting. Kathleen, do you guys tell your California clients about the California Rebuilding Fund? Just a shameless plug for that. Okay, in case.
I mean, what I have heard from, because we also work with a lot of startup businesses, and they don't qualify. They didn't qualify for most of the, rescue funds. So, and they still are, there's so many grants out there. They've actually stopped applying because they're exhausted. They're like, I could apply to a grant every single day.
Yeah.
The waiting list for grants, the waiting list. I mean, they too many applicants for what they have.
Yeah. And I'm even seeing established businesses that made it through the pandemic. They're not, they were doing well, and they're just cutting their losses and closing up the brick and mortar, and doing, particularly restaurants, doing more catering, doing more, something that doesn't require having staff, to, serve a customer.
Well, that's an interesting, that's a good segue into the next question. Based on your interactions with small businesses, do you expect California small businesses in the next 6 months will, and it's a hiring question, increase, same, decrease, which is kind of what Kathleen might have alluded to, or other? And then go ahead and. It's a little all over the board, but mostly same or decrease. Interesting. We have critical mass here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We definitely have critical mass. So I am going to share the results. So most the same or decrease, it looks like. I think Kathleen kind of sort of that is what you're seeing. Someone typed other if you want to. Everyone has a hiring side, but it might be level, right? Like if you're staffed at 3 and then you lost someone, just trying to replace, that might be replacement, Kane. Just be interesting if anybody else wants to. So Kathleen alluded to restaurants kind of pivoting, go more catering or takeout, of where they're reducing staff. But does anybody else want? Yeah, hires are not sticking. Does anyone else want to comment on same or the decrease? Any other reasons? All right, we have a lot more questions, so I will go on to the next one. Challenges of small business, another one. What do you think will be the biggest challenge? And I think you can check more. You can check as many as you want. I believe choose 3, but whatever. But if we choose them all, then we learn nothing. So what the top 3, and why you guys are doing that. Give you do 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 do. And I think we actually have a business owner on the call, so I hope that Dolene, that you're answering these and helping us figure out what's going on, at least from your end. All right, we've got critical mass, so I'm going to end it unless anybody screams and wants another second or 2. So by far the big pieces are inflation, economic uncertainty, and hiring staff. That is interesting. So, and capital is also it looks like a question. Hopefully, does everybody know about the rebuilding fund? Yes. If you don't know, raise your hand. And then is that you, Carlos? Raising your hand?
Yeah, just I just know enough, but not
Okay,
the full
it's
detail.
a 4.5% interest. It's like 3 to 5 years. A couple of the lenders on this call are participating. There's about 9 responsible lenders, the CDFIs, caloanfund.org, and it is where you can learn more. So you can figure out if your clients are eligible or not. There's also the SSBCI money that's coming out that hopefully will be also provide some more relief for that. And that's always a problem. And we're just, everybody's always trying to work on it. Getting our members to do more loans and getting, that word out there. And we know that Kathleen, it's responsible because it's self-driven, but so on the crowdfunding end, that's, if anybody has any questions, you can always ask her. I don't know what to say about inflation and economic uncertainty because that's a little bit beyond our control, um, but yeah, so that's real. Okay, that's really good to know. Anybody else have any comments on that? Oh shoot, wasn't sharing. I'll give you guys a
Rosalinda, you
second to
had
take
your
a
hand up.
screenshot if you want, huh?
Rosalinda had her hand up. Did you want to say something about that?
I wanted to share something about the California Rebuilding Fund.
Sure.
The California Rebuilding Fund is on pause. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, it's on pause. It's on
For
pause
2
because
weeks.
everybody's made their loans. Is that?
No, I think it's, we have, okay. We haven't been told why. We are guessing they are reshuffling the funds and they are going to have a more flexible product because basically nobody's qualifying anymore for that product. So for credit reasons, for, people file bankruptcy. So if you have bankruptcy, you cannot apply. So there's a lot of different things. So they are kind of rethinking and reshuffling everything. And because we have 12 participating lenders, they need to know where they're at. But
Yep.
I think in 1 week, we should know more information when they are going to restart. So basically, all of our applicants that for the California Rebuild Fund, they were put on pause. We're
Got
not
it.
approving them. We're not denying them. They're just on pause.
Okay. That's good to know. I didn't realize it was everybody. Okay.
Yeah, the whole program.
Okay.
You
Got
cannot.
it.
You go to the C2C or the California Rebuilding
Yep.
Fund, and you cannot apply. It will give you an error.
Okay. Okay. Got it. All right. Okay. Thank you. I did not know that. All right. I'm going to stop sharing, go on to the next one. And let's see. One more client question. How have the impact of your clients since March 20? Sourcing, demand, time at work. Can you guys, yeah, there you go. You might have to enlarge I had to enlarge the thing. And you can choose. Give you guys, I know there's a lot on this one. Anybody need more time? All right, I'm going to end it and share this time. I'll remember. So it looks like, so supply chain issues, increased demand is kind of interesting, I think. What industries saw increase in demand? Whoever answered that one. Trucking. Anybody else? That's interesting. Food trucks. And who were the ones that closed the businesses? I'm guessing bars, restaurants, food,
Yeah, that's on our side. Restaurants, childcare. was the list.
childcare. Yeah. And now we know childcare, personal services also saw an increase.
Personal basis. Yeah.
Personal service increase or decrease? And Rosalinda,
It's
closed,
half and half. Yeah.
closed. Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
any businesses that have close contact with people, like for example, facial estheticians, haircuts, all that, they have to close because they're not business.
Yeah, I didn't go to the woman I like to get my nails done, and I don't know. She lost, I think she lost her people, and I still don't, I haven't found a new place. So I hear that. All right, now.
In terms of increase, there was increased demand for e-commerce businesses that we worked with as well.
Right, for sure. Oh, that's so trucking, food trucks increase, right? Because they're outdoors and e-commerce.
Heidi, I have one. It's music production, and their business increased by 3.
Music production increased by 3?
Yeah, and promotion, because they had cut out the live performances, so everything went online and digital. And
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's fascinating, because that's really fascinating. Event planning decrease. Yep. Carlos. Yes. Cool. Now we're gonna move to a couple of like your org kind of information. So this is this is for your org. Stop Tiring did not lay off workers. Stop Tiring had to lay off workers. Continued slower pace. Continued same pace. Continued higher pace, or no impact. A little bit of all over the place, it looks like. All right. More demand for contract workers. Yeah, where you guys we're a little, let me and poll a little all over the place. And share results. Okay, so continued Stop Tiring, same pace or faster pace. And the other was more, I'm guessing, was the more demand for contract workers. Great. And then remote work. How many of you guys did it? I know you didn't transition, Kathleen and Scott, you were.
I was just gonna say that was an easy answer.
Yeah, well, we came from, like, people would say, so where's your office? Like that pre-pandemic, and now nobody asks that question anymore.
Nobody asks where you're based anymore, right? Who's one person didn't move to remote work? That's interesting. Who is that?
Like fully remote, or is that
That
the
would be
question?
Darlene.
Darlene?
Yes.
No. Yes.
The dump truck can't work remotely. The dump
That's
trucks,
right.
we can't.
Okay. Very interesting. So anything that's physical. And how many people are going to, let's see, how many people are going to hybrid?
We are.
We started hybrid.
You started hybrid.
But it's optional.
Hybrid's optional. Okay.
Yeah. It's optional
Hybrid, that we should have put that as a question. Hybrid optional. What about you guys, Bo? Are you guys still remote?
We still have hybrid and remote, but we're thinking about hybrid like in the long term.
Thinking hybrid long term. Hybrid optional. cool. Well, this is anybody else going fully in person? And I see, that's interesting. More people from different parts of the country and one person moved to Mexico. Interesting. Well, cool. Well, Lisa, I'll bring it to you to close out. We're past time. We thank you guys for all that information and discussion. I think it's
Yeah, so I'm gonna send a follow-up email with the recording and not too many slides, but updates. And I'm gonna look through the chat to see what links you drop so that I'll include those as well. So if there's something you want me included in that follow-up email, because I know several didn't make it today that registered, just email it to me and I will add it. But we hope you all join us. Oh, and your contact, Rosalinda, we want that contact for the OC brewery, because we are interested in having a regional meeting in that area. And if anybody,
They don't have outdoors though. I don't think they have outdoors. So let me see if I can find a place that has
indoor
outdoors.
could potentially work. We
Okay.
did do an indoor for Central Coast. Yeah,
it
could
depends
potentially work.
on
We still have to see it.
yeah.
Oh,
Carlo,
Carlo,
go
did you
ahead.
have a-
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, just a really shameless plug-in on public council side. We are hosting a legal academy for anybody who's doing contracts in the LA County area. And choice and entity, one of the things that we saw was, people are now trying to protect their personal assets more than ever, from sole proprietor and moving to some sort of corporation because people are losing their homes, as some people are saying. So we're hosting that in June 22. More details to come, but feel free to circulate that to any businesses that you might benefit from it or contact.
And we're hosting our first event on June 14. Is the Brewing the American Dream speed coaching event. It's going to be in an area that has outdoors, but it's for the food and for the people that have businesses in the food and beverage industry. They get one-on-one coaching with mentors and advisors. And free beer.
We can send all this information out to all the LA members. So definitely make sure Lisa has the
Yes,
link.
please send it to me. All right. Well, thank you all for joining us. Have a good rest of your day. We hope to see you at our in-person meeting in July. More details will be sent to you all. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.
Bye, everybody.